Thanks to the mandates, there are every day more people in America who have the vaccine. It's available, it's free, and in some places you have to take it to continue to work at your job or get testing. We always forget about that part, but that hasn't stopped some anti-vaxxers from now taking advantage of this new potential market. People who have gotten the vaccine but are worried about it. So there's a TikTok video, it's garnered hundreds of thousands of views. Dr. Carrie Madej outlined the ingredients for a bath that she said will detox the vax for people who have given in to vaccine mandates. The ingredients in this bath are mostly not harmful, although the supposed benefits attached to them are entirely made up. Baking soda and Epsom salts will provide a radiation detox to remove radiation that's been activated by the vaccine, because that's how radiation or vaccines work. Bentonite clay will add a major pull of poison. I don't know what that means either. She also says to use a cup of borax, a cleaning agent that's been banned as a food additive by the FDA to, quote, take the nanotechnologies out of you. Now, I'm not a doctor, she apparently is. So there's some funny stuff going on with the universe, but I don't think any of that's gonna work the way that she is. But what it does show is that there is a market, there's an appetite for de-vaxxing. And honestly, Francesca, I'm fine with it. If they are convinced that they can just take borax afterward to reverse it, and that gets them to be vaccinated, cool. Because the borax isn't actually gonna work. It's not gonna take out the nanotechnologies, but more importantly, it's not gonna take out the vaccine. So these people will in fact be protected from COVID.
Dude, when you say nanotechnologies, I just imagine like little micro machines. You remember when we were young and we're like, yeah, micro machines, or they're like these like little like monster trucks, but they're like, yeah, I got hella micro machines just in my body, just like bam, bam, like, doing sort of like monster trucking over any kind of coronavirus. I hope that that's what's happening inside my body. Look, whatever anti-vaxxers need to do to keep up appearances with the Facebook groups and say that no, they didn't want to get the vaccine. They swear to God they had to do it for their jobs, and so they're gonna do an Epsom salt bath. I mean, your muscles are gonna be nice and relaxed. Epsom salt baths are good.
True. These people could use some relaxation. I think you're onto something right there. You know what? Maybe we'll start. Let's do our own thing. Like, just, it's not gonna get rid of the vaccine or whatever, but like, just calm down, seriously. Anyway, this has been going on for some time, these detox baths. It's not actually true. I'm gonna jump around a bit, I apologize to Brandon. But children, many with autism, have been subjected to disproven cures by parents convinced that they can do these sorts of things to get rid of heavy metal poisoning. Some anti-vaccine groups are recommending that people who've been vaccinated should self-administer cupping therapy to speed up the removal of the vax content, including first making small incisions on the injection site with a razor. So, like as if a snake had just bit you and you were gonna suck it out, none of that does anything. And I don't even just mean for the anti-vax, I literally don't think it does anything, but it definitely is gonna de-vax you. Anyway, jumping ahead, in around the world, we're all trying to fight against COVID in different ways. We've got our vaccine mandates, which aren't really vaccine mandates. Over in Austria, they're gonna be changing it so the unvaccinated people can only leave home for essential reasons starting today. People who aren't vaccinated are only able to go outside for things like exercising. Around 2 million people in the country, which is a population of around 9 million, are not vaccinated. So that is effectively a vaccine mandate, but it is an all-encompassing one. We have vaccine mandates for particular sorts of jobs or places of business. This is like a total vaccine mandate. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that each country is assessing the resources that they have and the ability, whether their hospitals, their workers, about whether they can afford a massive outbreak again, and who knows what other variants are coming down the pike. So, yeah, it seems pretty draconian to say you can't go outside, but there's also a simple solution, or you can't go outside unless to exercise. The simple solution is just get vaccinated, man. It's pretty easy. And I just want to say, I do think a lot of this has to come down to general awareness about what the vaccine does. We were talking about how silly it is that people are trying to de-vax themselves with Epsom salt baths and things like this. People have all kinds of conspiracy theories. But maybe if we explain the science, right? I mean, again, one of the things that Biden, I think, has not done well enough, if Trump disempowered the CDC, let's empower the CDC, but like, let's zhuzh it up a little bit. Let's get some animated explainers going. Like animated explainers are the only way I understood how coronavirus actually worked in your body and why it was so deadly and dangerous. I was like, oh, okay, white blood cells, So same with the RMNA, MNLOP.
It's all
the mRNA vax. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. You could use an animated explainer.
Exactly. Obviously I need more coffee. But the thing is, I'm serious, that the CDC needs to be explaining to people how this vaccine, the messenger vaccine works. What does that mean, messenger? Does it carry a little bag? Does it carry like a little bit of wine, like a Saint Bernard trying to dig you out of like, some sort of snow avalanche situation? Like what does that messenger RNA stuff do? And I think that's important to break down.
Come on, Vaxx, get on that. Anyway, by the way, really fast, Insomnia Noir says, autistic people, please, not people with autism. I apologize, that's the text of the graphic, but you are of course right.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.